I just finished Didi's rig, and honestly, the footage is pretty boring. It's just me clicking through layers and creating groups for an hour. So instead of watching that, I wanted to talk about something. When people talk about animation, they love to talk about collaboration. They'll act like we're all one big family, and they'll tell you it's a team sport. Storyboard artists working with directors, animators working with riggers, background artists working with layout, editors working with sound designers. Everybody is just working together in perfect harmony. And that's true. Well, except for the perfect harmony part. Some studios are very toxic. But let's save that for another video. A lot of animators didn't get into animation because they love working with people. We got into animation because we love making things by ourselves and showing it off to our friends and family. We were the kids drawing comics in the back of the class, making flip books out of the corners of our textbooks, pulling all-nighters animating a stick figure fight nobody asked for. And if you're anything like me, working alone wasn't a punishment, it was a reward. I didn't want someone else drawing my character. I didn't want someone else changing the story. I just didn't want the group project. I wanted to just finish the thing because collaboration felt slow. After all the studios I've worked at and the many teams I've been a part of, I've learned that the problem wasn't collaboration. The problem was that I was an only child to a single mother who worked a lot, so I spent a lot of time alone, and nobody ever taught me how to collaborate. They all just assumed it came naturally. But animators aren't all built the same. Some people think out loud, some people need a week to process the idea before saying anything. Some people love brainstorming, and some people love to draw 20 thumbnails before they even know what they're thinking. And if you don't understand that, it's easy to assume everybody who works differently is doing it wrong. The funny thing is, the better I got at animation, the more I realized I didn't need other people. I could animate well, but I didn't have the ability to see everything. A storyboard artist can see story problems I missed. A voice actor brings ideas to the table that I never even considered. An editor finds timing issues I became blind to after watching the same scene 1,000 times. The goal isn't finding people who think exactly like you. The goal is finding people who make the project better. So if collaboration doesn't come naturally to you, here's a few ideas that helped me. 1. Know what you bring to the project. Maybe you're great at character acting. Maybe you're great at comedy. Maybe you're great at design. Figure out what your strengths are and communicate them. People can't value what you bring to the table if they don't know what it is. 2. Explain how you work. If you need time to think, say so. If you prefer sketching ideas instead of talking through them, let them know, because you are not a mind reader and neither are your teammates. 3. Respect different creative processes. The loudest person in the room isn't always the smartest, and the quietest person isn't always daydreaming in their own world. Some of the best ideas arrive after everyone's gone home. 4. Remember, the goal is the final product, not your ego. This one might hurt a few of you. Sometimes someone else's idea is better. Sometimes the note you hate is the note that saves the scene. The project wins when the best idea wins. I still love animating alone. I still love opening a file and disappearing into a project for hours. But the biggest improvements in my work have almost always come from another person pointing out something I couldn't see. And that's what collaboration is really about. It's not about giving up control. It's about expanding your perspective. Because one animator can make a scene, but a great team can make something that none of them could have done alone, which is basically the whole point of this collab. Every shot is one animator working alone, just like I did with Didi's rig here. But the final video is going to be something none of us could have done by ourselves. If any of this resonated with you, or if you've been thinking about joining the collab but weren't sure, this is your sign. The Discord link is in the description. All styles are welcome, all skill levels are welcome. Let's make something none of us could have made alone.